My classmate Yan was super addicted. Every few days he'd take some dude into the woods. That day when school was out I was the only one in the dorm. He came back late at night. His bed was squeaking like crazy. I'm a light sleeper. Woke up right away. I cracked my eyes open. Saw him lying on his own bunk. So I tried to go back to sleep. Suddenly I smelled something burning. The smell was strong. That burnt smell felt off to me. Kind of like when you burn fake money back home. At that moment I was wide awake. I got curious and stared. Looking straight at Yan's bed. He just stopped moving too. Slowly crawled out from under the covers. Then snapped his head around quick. Suddenly looked at me. That look was totally different from his usual goofy self. Super mean and cold. I slapped my hand over my mouth. Felt my hair stand on end. But luckily from that angle he didn't see me watching him. Then, he slowly pulled out a piece of clothing from the blanket. That outfit was weird. Black and white stripes. Plus a pair of old school flower pattern cloth shoes. I was kinda confused for a second. That was clearly the burial clothes they dress dead people in back home. Why the hell was he secretly putting on a funeral outfit in the middle of the night? I felt my scalp tingle. And my heart was pounding like crazy. I just had a feeling something really bad was about to go down. Then suddenly I heard Yan speak up. "It's okay. He's fast asleep. You can come out." Right after he said that, I felt something moving under the bed. Then a pale hand reached out. In that instant I felt like I was struck by lightning. When did someone get hidden under the bed? When did he come in? I had no idea at all. My mind went completely blank. I just stared as that person climbed out from under the bed. Slowly crawling up to the top bunk. All I could see was that person's face was super pale. So pale it was creepy. But it was all blurry. Couldn't make out the features. And he was also wearing a funeral outfit. Even stranger. He had a smell on him. Not like a normal person's scent. It was like the smell of burning incense and candles. Then I remembered Yan was also wearing that creepy funeral outfit. I couldn't help but start shaking. Is this a ghost? Yanan is bored of men. And now she's messing with a male ghost. Right now all I want to do is run. But I don't dare move. Suddenly, there's noise from the top bunk. The sound is extra sharp. Yanan sounds like she's being tortured. In serious pain. No. Let's call it a day. It's only been a while. And a woman like Yanan is already begging for mercy. What did you say? A cold and creepy voice pipes up. Clearly that ghost is pissed. Really? I'm kinda tired today. No. Before Yanan can finish. She gets cut off coldly. Then another even louder scream follows. I'm even more scared now. This ghost feels way scarier than any mean guy. But just at that moment, Yanan comes up with a dirty trick. Hold on. I'm just a regular person. The girl down there has way more flavor. I'll help you get her. Hearing that, I'm totally freaked out. I don't have time to curse Yanan out. My instinct is just to run, but wouldn't you know it? Right then my chronic back pain flares up again. This time something tweaks. And my muscles twitch from the pain. Now forget about running. Even getting up from bed is tough. And that ghost slowly crawls down from the top bunk. His 2 feet look just like his face. So white like they've been soaking in water for days. I can't look anymore. I close my eyes in fear. Just feel him slowly coming closer to me. The smell of incense on him gets even stronger. So, this guy's pretty good, right? His skin's super smooth. Yanan keeps egging him on from the side. I seriously hate her guts. Even though the other 2 roommates kinda fear her, I still tried to be a nice classmate. And helped whenever I could. But I never thought she'd be so ruthless. Not bad. Really not bad. I didn't even notice it a second ago. That creepy thing grinned all smug. And then he actually reached out. Started touching my hair. A chill shot through my whole body. I started trembling all over. But his touch was super gentle. The moment his fingers brushed my skin, I kinda felt a little pleasure. Almost like I was into opening up. Next to me Yanan was smirking. Like she could see right through my little secret. Then he slowly peeled my blanket off. I could hear him gulping non-stop. His face screamed can't wait. And I weirdly started swallowing too. Totally out of control inside and out. No way. I gotta escape his grip. If he really gets to me, I'll be doomed forever. But right now. His hand was already reaching down. I'm done. Tonight I'm definitely getting caught here. Joe Yanan. Even if I end up in the fiery pit, I won't let you off easy. Just as I was cursing inside, the dorm door suddenly got knocked on. The banging was super loud. In that moment, I felt like I grabbed a lifeline. That creep's movements stopped dead. Room 401 open up. Joe Yanan. Did you just get back to the dorm? Where were you going in the middle of the night? You're really ignoring school rules more and more. The RA's loud voice followed right in. The RA in our building has a huge temper, always in a hurry, and super stubborn. He'll nitpick anyone he doesn't like, including Zhou Yanan. I used to hate that nagging RA too. But right now I felt like he was my savior. With his rapid-fire yelling, the dorm door opened fast. Then a bright light shined right on my head. Ma'am, help me. Someone's trying to jump me. No. There's a ghost. I yelled out quick, my voice all choked up. What's going on? The RA was clearly taken aback. I didn't care about the sharp pain in my waist. I pushed myself out of bed like crazy and hobbled over to him. Oh boy. What's all the noise about? Can't a person get some sleep? From behind, Yanan's sleepy voice rang out. I glanced back in panic. Nothing ghostly was there. Yanan had somehow already crawled into her own bed. Ma'am, there's a ghost. Take me out of here. Let's go right now. At that moment I didn't care about anything else. I just wanted to get the heck out of this creepy place. Xiao, did you have a nightmare or something? You're talking nonsense. The dorm supervisor was a bit confused, but instinctively took a step back and quickly turned on the dorm's main light. She scanned the room twice more, made sure there was nothing there, then breathed a sigh of relief. Ghost schmost, what's wrong with you in the middle of the night? Yanan cursed, and lazily turned her head, looking totally wiped out. There really is a ghost. Take me away. Right now. I'm begging you. I grabbed the dorm supervisor and tried to pull her out. That ghost might be a little cautious right now, but once it gets its bearings, who knows if it'll strike again. What are you talking about? I think everyone in room 401 has issues. All right. Zhou Yanan, I'll talk to you about your stuff tomorrow. The dorm supervisor was either freaked out by what I said, or just getting annoyed with me. She pushed me away and backed off. I couldn't hold on to her no matter how hard I tried. Then with a loud bang, the dorm door that had been opened slammed shut again, and just as the door closed, the moment the dorm supervisor left, I clearly heard a man's mocking laugh from behind the balcony curtain. At the same time, Zhou Yanan, who had seemed so sleepy just a second ago, crawled out of bed with a creepy grin. Ma'am, I screamed like crazy, and rushed to open the door. But who knows if the dorm supervisor locked it from the outside? The dorm room door just wouldn't open no matter what. I'm screwed. Right then the ghost had already poked its head out. It locked eyes on me, like a beast eyeing its prey. At the same time, the temperature in the room dropped like crazy, as if it suddenly turned into a freezer from hell. Ma'am, if you don't come help me, I'll off myself right here right now. I screamed in total despair. At that moment, I was ready to do anything, just when it was down to the wire. The dorm room, the door actually opened again. I didn't hesitate at all. I dashed out like a bullet. Hey Xiao Xiao. Are you out of your mind? What's with all the yelling in the middle of the night? The dorm supervisor was already steaming mad. But I didn't care about anything. I shoved the dorm supervisor aside, ignoring my numb body. I ran out barefoot like crazy. I had to get out of this building. I had to get out of this school. Run as far away as I could. Pretty soon, the dorm supervisor's voice calling me faded away, and I was out of the school, running onto the main street. I don't even know how far I ran. Only stopped when I saw the lively night market stalls. I finally came to a halt, facing all the surprised stares around me. I just felt like I was finally back in the real world. Where do I go now? My home is thousands of miles from here. Even if I wanted to go back, I'd have to buy a ticket for tomorrow. The freezing wind was biting outside late at night. I had been sprinting for so long, I was already soaked in sweat. Now the cold wind hit me. I felt chilled from head to toe. Worse, my lower back was hurting more and more. I really had no clue what to do. The phone in my pocket suddenly buzzed. I thought it was the dorm supervisor calling. After I ran off like that without a second thought, the dorm supervisor and school security would definitely come after me. But there was no way I was going back to school. They couldn't see that ghost, and they wouldn't believe a word I said. If I got caught and dragged back, my fate would be way worse than dying. But when I checked the caller ID, it turned out to be. The call was from my other roommate, also my best buddy Xiao Xia. Getting a call from my best friend on that cold night. My heart instantly warmed up. Hey Xiao Xiao. The line connected. I couldn't hold it in anymore and burst into tears. Xiao Xiao was obviously freaked out by my weird reaction. He hurriedly asked if some creep had messed with me. Told me to stay put right there. He'd come find me immediately. Only a few minutes passed. Xiao Xiao was wearing a bathrobe, got off a taxi, and rushed over to me in a panic. I hugged him tight. Just kept crying like crazy. Xiao Xiao saw I was okay. Didn't think twice about it. Just grabbed me, and left, hopped in the car, holding Xiao Xiao's warm hand. Watching the school fade away in the distance. That's when my heart finally started to settle down. Xiao Xiao took me to her place outside. It was the apartment her boyfriend rented. Usually they'd stay there together during breaks for some alone time. As soon as we walked in, I noticed how big the place was, and the decor was pretty nice too. But the moment I stepped inside, I thought I caught that smell of burning paper again. Under Xiao Xiao's warm hospitality, I didn't dwell on it. Figured it was just some leftover fear messing with me. Took a nice hot shower. Had a little something to eat. Xiao Xiao told me to just go to sleep and relax. We'd figure everything out after daybreak. With Xiao Xiao around, I felt totally safe. Lying on that cozy soft bed, I got drowsy pretty quickly. But I guess the late night snack was too salty. I just kept getting more and more thirsty. In my haze I had to drag myself up again. But just as I grabbed the water bottle in the dark, I suddenly heard someone on the phone in the bathroom. Relax. Yanan. She's already here with me. Sleeping like a log right now. This went off without a hitch. You guys should hurry over. In that moment, I was totally frozen. Xiao Xiao, my best friend, was in cahoots with Yanan the whole time. I felt like my whole world had crumbled. Through my days I noticed, the room's setup seemed to have changed. There was an extra square table in the room. On it sat a pair of red candles. And a set of red wedding dress neatly folded. The whole place was covered in festive marriage symbols. This was them forcing me to marry that ghost. Thinking about that ghost that even made Yanan scream, I just felt a chill down my spine. Run. I had to find a way to get out, couldn't just sit there and wait for it. After that rest break, my condition had actually improved a bit. My waist didn't hurt as much, and by then the smell of burning paper in the room was getting stronger. I can't stand another second here. I quickly put on Xiao Xiao's clothes. I tiptoed out of the room. Xiao Xiao was still on the phone, like he was sucking up to that ghost. Look at him. No doubt he's already become that ghost's woman. Thinking about it, a while back Xiao Xiao and his crew were already taken down. I figured I was probably the last survivor. Right now I'm scared. But weirdly I've got this weird calm in my head. After all, that ghost isn't here yet. But I didn't hesitate either. I took 2 steps at once. And soon I was at the door. No matter what, I gotta get out first. But then the real nightmare hit. That lock that looked so normal wouldn't turn no matter what I did. And it wasn't even locked. I don't know what's wrong. It felt like something was sealing it shut. Alright. Enough talk. I'll go finish up the outside setup. Even though it's a midnight wedding, we still gotta make it grand, right? I screamed inside. Oh no. Xiao Xiao's about to catch me. Right now I had no clue where to hide. Then right when the bathroom door twisted open, suddenly a big hand shot out from the curtain next to me. I jumped out of my skin. Before I could even scream, another hand covered my mouth and yanked me into the curtain. Right at that moment, Xiao Xiao stepped out of the bathroom. They didn't notice anything. Humming a tune, heading happily toward my room. I was still super tense inside, gripping that big hand for dear life. Through the dim streetlight outside, I stared for a few seconds before realizing the owner of this hand was Xiao Xiao's boyfriend Chen Lei. Remember, don't make a sound, Chen Lei whispered in my ear. I nodded hard. Only then did he slowly let go of me. And the moment he let go, a blood-curdling scream came from inside the room. Then he burst out, screaming my name like crazy. Right now his eyes, his expression, everything about him changed. Like he turned into a completely different person. Like a freaking crazy banshee or something. I was so scared I covered my own mouth. Couldn't believe what I was seeing. And I knew for sure that where Chen Lei and I were hiding wasn't safe at all. Any second now Xiao Xiao might find us. But then something even more terrifying happened. The door that was locked tight suddenly swung open by itself. 2 figures walked in one after the other. One of them was Yanan. And the other was that ghost-faced guy whose face I still couldn't see. Lost. He's lost. But the door's locked. He must still be hiding in this room. Playing hide and seek with me, huh? Lock the door. Search. Find him. I'm gonna drain him dry right now. Got it. Instantly, Yanan and Xiao Xiao started looking around with these creepy smiles on their faces. Like sly foxes playing with their prey. And even weirder, their movements were super smooth and floaty. Like 2 pieces of paper with no weight. No. Not paper. More like 2 walking human skins actually. Seeing that, I don't know what got into me. But I couldn't help stomping my foot. Even though it was a tiny sound, in that dead silent room it was way too loud. Instantly, Yanan, Xiao Xiao, And that ghost. All 3 pairs of eyes locked on the direction of the curtain. Xiao Sao. Is hide-and-seek fun? Xiao Sao. Stop playing around. Come out and get married already. That ghost greedily stuck out its tongue. And licked its lips. That tongue looked like a snake's forked tongue. I was about to cry from panic. But right then, Chenlei next to me suddenly grabbed my hand. Then opened the window next to us. And yanked me to climb out. Instantly. My hair stood on end. This was the 8th floor. But before I could say anything, Chenlei hugged me like a spider. And zoomed down from the 8th floor super fast. I was totally stunned. I'll explain later. Right now just get in the car and go. There was a black car parked right downstairs. Chenlei opened the car door. And shoved me inside. Then sped out of the neighborhood as fast as he could. I stared blankly out the window. My whole body couldn't stop shaking. I just couldn't calm down. Take me away. I need to get out of here. Get out of this city. I want to go home. Home. Suddenly. My heart felt like a snapped rope. I couldn't hold it back anymore and started screaming. You won't get away. What did you say? Once that thing sets its sights on you. Even if you run to the ends of the earth. It'll still drain you dry. I stared at Chenlei in shock. I don't believe it. You don't believe it. Then take a look at where that thing touched you. Chenlei turned his head after saying that. I quickly pulled up my shirt. What I didn't expect was, the spots where that ghost had touched me were all red and swollen. And there were wrinkles on them. Like they were about to rot any second. I looked at Chenlei in terror. Tears streaming down non-stop. Was I really going to die this time? There's only one way to save you now. It depends on whether you're brave enough to come with me. Chenlei clearly saw through my thoughts. And said firmly. Tell me. I didn't hesitate at all. Let's go. I'll take you to a place now. Only there. Will you have a slim chance of surviving? After Chenlei said that, he made a sharp left turn. And sped straight toward the school. My heart felt like it was being squeezed again. That place was the last place I wanted to go back to. Soon as the car drove fast, I was back at school again. It was already past midnight. The school was dark and quiet. Like a haunted school. And Chenlei was still driving crazy fast. Passing through the school building, the cafeteria, the library. He kept heading north the whole way. Dude, where are you going? I was totally confused. The north side of this school only had some random broken down buildings. Even though it was technically school property. They never developed it. It was always in a rundown state. Plus the school big shots deliberately fenced it off. They never said why. But rumors on campus had been going around for a while. Saying it was haunted. It used to be a mass grave. Ahead. Chenlei spoke without hesitation. Right after he said that, he slammed on the gas. Bang, crashing through the wooden fence and making a big hole. In just a blink. We were already inside that supposedly haunted mass grave. The second we got in. Maybe it was just in my head. Or maybe this place really was creepy. I just felt this chill creep up on me. Like the temperature in the car dropped a few degrees instantly. And the place was super dark and empty. 'Cause no one came here for a long time. The road was all bumpy and full of holes. The stuff on both sides was giving off a super spooky vibe. Soon as the road got muddier, the car tires sank right in. No choice. The rest of the way we gotta walk it. Let's get out. Chenlei smacked the steering wheel. And reluctantly pushed open the door. I followed him out of the car too. The moment I stepped out, my foot felt like it sank into a swamp. Like this place wasn't even part of the school at all. It felt more like a wild primeval forest. The trees were super thick and dense. And every single gnarled elm looked extra spooky. Like they had come to life or something. Stick close to me. Don't look around. The negative energy here is heavy. Chenlei said and started clearing the path ahead. I didn't dare look at anything else. I quickly followed behind him. So the two of us went one behind the other. After walking maybe tens of yards, I felt the deeper we went, the heavier the negative energy got. And there were a bunch of old graves around us. The worn-out marks on them sent chills down my spine. Chenlei, where the heck are we going? I can't take this anymore. I couldn't help but ask. Not far now. Right up ahead. Right where the moonlight hits. Chenlei pointed ahead. Sure enough, there was a little hill sticking out. And a beam of moonlight was shining right on it. Then what? I was totally confused. What do we do next? Easy. I'll dig a grave in a sec. And bury you in it. Chenlei turned around. And said to me coldly. What did you just say? I couldn't believe my ears. I backed away a few steps, scared out of my mind. Keeping my eyes locked on Chenlei. It's the only way. We gotta pretend to be dead. To get away from that thing chasing us. There's no other chance to survive. Chenlei pressed on. You mean I gotta lie in a grave like a fake corpse? I let out a slight sigh of relief. That's right. I'll dig a hole in a bit. We don't have much time. That thing might be here any minute. Chenlei didn't waste any more words. He pulled out a hoe from somewhere and started digging a pit. I just stared at him without blinking. He was digging like crazy. Like he had endless energy. And soon he was drenched in sweat. But the sweat smelled weird. Like burning ghost money. I thought my mind was playing tricks on me. But when I sniffed closer, the smell got even stronger. It's not just me being paranoid. I was honestly starting to freak out. Because the look in Chenlei's eyes while digging was wide open and intense. Everything tonight was just way too crazy. No one could be sure this guy in front of me wasn't a ghost himself. Right when I was totally lost, my phone suddenly buzzed in my pocket. It was like 3 or 4 in the morning. Who would call me at this time? I pulled out my phone with shaky hands. Looked closely. It was actually the school counselor. Who's also from my hometown. This guy's got that soft smooth skin. He's pale too. Totally my type. And he's been pretty decent to me lately. One of the few people on campus I actually trust. I didn't hesitate anymore. I picked up the call fast. Chenlei was totally in the zone digging that hole. No way he'd notice me. Counselor. I whispered with a sob in my voice. Something huge went down at school. Where'd you run off to? Everyone's dead. All dead. Who's dead? I was so freaked out I was nearly numb. Everyone in your dorm besides you is dead. It happened in the middle of the night. They got into a car crash. That includes your buddy Xiao Xiao's boyfriend. He was driving and just got his license. The counselor kept rambling on and off. Clearly losing his mind from the shock. But before he could finish, I saw Chenlei suddenly stop digging. Then slowly turn around. Staring at me all pissed off. Who you talking to? Drop the phone. You can't contact anyone right now. You get it. I didn't. I scrambled to explain. But inside I was a complete mess. Everyone I've met tonight were ghosts. They're all ganging up to mess with me. No. You think I'm stupid? Come over here. The hole's done. Get in it now. Hurry. Chenlei wasn't being nice anymore. His tone turned way more aggressive. No way I was getting close to him now. I spun around and booked it out of there. Chenlei tossed down his hoe and started chasing right away. He's a big guy. Way faster on his feet than me. I could see him catching up. I screamed my lungs out, hoping someone would hear. But at this time of night, campus was empty. Especially this creepy spot. I barely got 2 shouts in before Chenlei grabbed me from behind and held me tight. Why are you running? I'm just trying to help you. Let me go. Don't bury me. Please, I'm begging you. I was sobbing inside. I'm just a weak girl who can't fight him. Before I knew it, the strong Chenlei carried me to the big hole. The next second I was tossed right in. A shovel of dirt spilled over my head. Just when I thought all hope was lost, I suddenly heard a loud bang. Chenlei got slammed hard by something. And then he dropped right in front of me. Xiao Xiao, it's me. Are you okay? Then a familiar guy's voice rang out. Hearing that voice, I felt like I saw a ray of light rise above my head. It was the counselor guy. He actually found me. Quick, grab my hand. I didn't hesitate at all. I reached out and grabbed his hand. Then he pulled me up out of the hole. Counselor. I was freaking out so bad. Everyone I ran into tonight wasn't alive. So when I finally saw a real person, I totally lost it. And just grabbed him. It's okay. It's okay. Come with me now. This place is no place for anyone. After the counselor said that, he took my hand and led me away. It was the first time he held my hand like that. And my heart got a little fluttery. But somewhere in the back of my mind, something felt off. Like something was wrong. But I couldn't put my finger on it. I shook my head hard. This wasn't the time to overthink. Before Chenlei caught up, I had to get out of this creepy place. Leave the school. And get the hell out of this city. After running for over half an hour, we finally made it out of the graveyard. We were still on campus. But the sky was starting to lighten up. The darkness was fading. And a few lights were starting to glow around us. The key thing was holding the counselor's hand. Kept my heart warm. It's not dawn yet. And we're both dirty. If you don't mind, come to my dorm first. Change clothes before you go. The counselor turned around and said gently, Sure. Whatever you say. I didn't say no. I just felt safe following him. Soon enough, the counselor led me to the teacher's dorm. But the second he opened the door, a familiar smell hit me hard. It was stronger than ever. And instantly, I froze right there. That smell was the same as burning paper money. Like the whole room was full of it burning. Come in. The counselor acted like nothing was up. But I was like a statue, looking at his pale hand and that ghostly white face. It hit me. He looked just like that ghost. You, are you? I couldn't help but step back. And the counselor just smirked darkly to himself. Then suddenly the room echoed with voices from multiple people. Xiao Xiao. There's something wrong in here. Let's do this already in the daytime. Right. What are we waiting for? Running back and forth. Wait too long and it'll be bad. Inside the house. Nan, Xiao Xiao and the others walked straight over. And by now the whole house was pitch black. No. No way. Deep down I felt regret creep in. I shouldn't have ignored Chen Lei's advice. No is not an option now. I've been after you for so long. Drain you dry. And I'll get my peace. The counselor said as he bared fangs like a vampire. After he said that, I was already dragged in by Nan and the rest. No one's coming to save you. Just give in to me. Relax. It won't hurt too much. The counselor said as he tore open my clothes. And by then I didn't even have the strength to cry out. Maybe this is just fate. I closed my eyes. And could only accept it. But just as I was about to be tackled to the ground, suddenly a mud-covered hand yanked me out of the claws. It was Chen Lei. Right in the nick of time. He actually came back again. You bastard. Always messing up my plans. This time you think you can take him from me. No way in hell. You're staying here too, the counselor sneered. And all the female ghosts around joined in. At this point Chen Lei was all alone. And blood was still oozing from the back of his head. The two sides went at it like mortal enemies. Instantly tangled in a fight. Injured Chen Lei was clearly no match for them. And these guys were really vicious too. Constantly attacking his injured spot. Even though Chen Lei was tough. By now he was barely holding on. Don't worry about me. Get out of here. Go. I couldn't bear to watch anymore. At that moment I'd rather die myself. I don't want to drag anyone else into this either. No way. We who follow the path of cultivation are here to do what's right. Can't let that monster get away with it. And there's no way we're just gonna watch you die. Chen Lei seems to have some really strong obsession. Right after he said that, his body suddenly jolted hard. His shirt ripped clean off, showing off his ripped muscles. Before I could even figure out what was going on, Chen Lei started glowing bright gold all over. It was like he got possessed by some golden Buddha. The whole dorm room lit up red bright. At the same time, the advisor, Nan and the others all backed off. That blinding gold light seemed to pin them down. Go. Come with me now. Chen Lei didn't stick around either. Grabbed my arm and pulled me along. I felt after that flash of gold light. He was clearly way more worn out. Like this was his last stand or something. You okay? I asked worriedly. I'm fine. After Chen Lei said that, he started coughing non-stop. Even coughed up blood. And you call that fine? He's clearly about to kick the bucket. In a bit you go first. Once you're out of the school gate, don't come back. Chen Lei sounded like he was saying goodbye for good. No way. I can't just leave you hanging. After I said that, I instinctively grabbed his arm. Why you gotta be so dumb? If one of us can make it out, that's better than both dying here. Chen Lei said urgently. But right after he said it, the advisor Nan and the others caught up. They all had these creepy smiles. Like they'd cornered us in an instant. Don't think you can get away. Today you've only got one fate. And that's me, draining you dry. The advisor said. His fangs already fully out. I'm scared. Seeing them all show their terrifying faces. My eyes went wide open. Fear hit me hard in that moment. Soon you'll feel so good you won't want to leave me. The counselor cackled darkly. Like he turned into some old demon from hell. Xiao. Stop running. Join our family. Why bother hiding? You can't escape us anyway. Yanan shouted excitedly too. It was almost midnight by then. But this moment when yin and yang meet was when yin energy was thickest. Chen Lei kept coughing up blood. He clearly had no fight left in him. Kill this annoying loser first. Go. The counselor ordered. Yanan and the rest lunged at Chen Lei with claws out. At the key moment, Chen Lei suddenly grinned. You think that's all I got? Today I'll show you the power of the ancestor's orb. Chen Lei said. Like he made a final decision. He slammed into a statue in front of the school building. That statue had stood there for years. Plain and simple. With chipped paint. People passed by it all the time. But no one ever gave it a second look. But now, under Chen Lei's sudden crash, a shiny golden orb appeared inside the statue. This orb glowed with a soft light. clearly carrying some holy and mighty power. Instantly, the counselor and Yan'an dodged away. Clearly terrified of that orb. Ancestor. Wipe out these ghosts for good. Bring peace back to this campus. Chen Lacey said. And started chanting a spell. The orb unleashed its power. Going after the counselor. The counselor and the others fought back hard. In the struggle, they were clearly no match. Under the orb's pressure, their demonic nature faded away, and they all turned into dust. The moment they vanished, the orb seemed to lose its energy, and wobbled into Chen Lei's hand. Seeing this, Chen Lei looked really hurt, and quickly said, Ancestor's sacred item. I shouldn't have brought you out. You should keep up your cultivation instead. It's my fault. They cornered me. I had no choice but to ask for your help. Sigh. But luckily those ghosts are all gone now. So you can continue cultivating, suppressing the yin energy and spirits around. Go ahead. Chen Lei finishes speaking, about to seal it back up, but right at that moment, a voice suddenly came. Who said all the ghosts are wiped out? Little Xiao, it's you. You. Chen Lei looks at me in shock. The power. I've been hunting for you for almost 100 years. Today I finally found you. I snatch this power away. My smile stretches all the way to my neck. Everything was your plan. Chen Lei is totally stunned. That's right. The moment I stepped into this school back then, I knew something was off. That massive graveyard on the back hill, with all that heavy yin energy, how could it be held back? There had to be some treasure nearby. So I've been waiting for my chance. But you, this keeper, hid it too well. And played it way too safe. I tried every trick in the book. Couldn't get you to use the power. So I had to go with this plan. Now that I've got the power in my hands, wish me luck on becoming the strongest ghost king in 500 years. I burst out laughing. This time I finally drop the act. I rip off my own human skin, showing my true face. The end.